Hey guys, back in the garage again, working on patches. I hope you had an awesome weekend. And thank you very much for sharing your rides. You guys have some pretty cool cars and some pretty neat projects. So, like I say, I enjoy doing it. So, if you guys, every Friday, we'll do that car show, just send me in a couple of pictures, just 2 pictures. And if you have 10 cars, just you could send me a picture of one or the other, or every week, just send me a picture of one, you know. Just send me 2 pictures. Just shoot it over to my email and your name and what the car is, and I'll have it posted on Friday for Friday night's car show. But the deadline's on Thursday. What else? Oh, yeah, my email. It's keepitsemplegarage@gmail.com. Just shoot your photo there and your name. And just, all you got to do is just shoot me a message and say, hey, Al, just check your emails. Just check your email. I sent you a couple photos. And because sometimes, like I say, a day or two will go by before I even look at my emails. And if I miss your car, I apologize. So that's pretty much it. Thank you again. It's just great, looking at those cars and some of the projects that you have. Today's going to be a hot one. So game plan for today. Let's just jump right in it. Game plan for today. I'm going to take this out. Then I'm going to just cut this, and then I'm going to run a bead all the way across and weld it up. We have to fix this. So I'm going to wire wheel this down now. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to hit it with that rust neutralizer, which works really, really well. And I already cut out some of the pieces that we're going to need. So that's why we call this thing patches, because we're patching everything in. So let's see what we can get done today. My son's going to stop by and give me a hand. So I'm hoping maybe he could just sand this down. I hit this really quick with that metal conditioner, and it takes it right down to bare. And once it's down to bare, I'm going to brush on that neutralizer, that rust neutralizer, and then you can just scuff it down. This way it gets deep into any maybe little crevices and stuff that you can't hit with the wire wheel. It's the game plan for that. So let's see what we can get done here. Like I say, it's going to be a hot day today. I don't know how much we're going to get done. And tomorrow's going to be even hotter. It's supposed to be almost 100 degrees tomorrow. Game plan for tomorrow, I'm going out on the boat. So we'll see what happens. That's why I'd like to try to get as much done today on patches as we can. All right, so you know me, I could babble forever. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's set you guys up right here. You know what? I'm going to turn that light off up top. This way the light's not in your eyes. I think that might be a better spot for you guys, because I'm always in your way. So, you know what? Let's take this out. This would be in here. Hopefully we can get a decent amount done. I think I'm going to try that new little welder that I did the review on. It's a flux core welder. Let's see if I can get used to it. I used to use flux core all the time, and then once I went to the gas, I never went back to the flux core. So let's see. We'll see what we could do with it on these floors. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we got that. I want to see some over here. There it is, right there. No, it was bugging me. It just didn't seem like it was fitting right. And now I got it to fit right. Oh, this will work out. I think I think this is going to be pretty okay. So let's get this out of here. So I'm just going to slice this across. I'm going to squeeze them together, and I'm going to run a bead across. So now this is all going to be one piece. That's the game plan anyway. Now we got to take care of that mess down in there. You know, guys, I just got to lower this one. Hold on. Let me see. Sure, we're not going to crush anything. Let's just lower this real quick. I think that's better. Oh, that's so much better. I don't know why we were killing ourselves before. grab the wire wheel. We'll knock off any of the loose stuff. Oh, we got to cut this out too. We got to make this. I forgot about that. All right. Well, you know what? Let's just clean up everything else as best we can. Oh. All right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Well, we got to fix that. You know, let me grab a cardboard. Let me make a cardboard template. Hold on one sec. Let's see if we can get this. Because I'm not going to go all the way in to this here. This is probably as far as I'm going to come over. Right here. Don't cut yourself out. I'm a klutz. So this is what I'm thinking. We got to come in here like deeper though. What I'm thinking of doing is this right here. And then I'll replicate these holes. Then we're going to slice this, cut it out, set this in place, and we'll weld it up. This way it looks good from underneath, or as best we can make it look from the bottom. And it's going to look good, even with this here. We're going to cut through this. We're going to weld this off. Even the seam right here, you might see maybe 6 inches right here, but I'm going to weld this off. I'm going to plunge cut this, and then just fill it back in again. So even from the bottom, we can clean it up. It should look pretty good. And we're going to do the same in all 4 corners. And it should work, you know. Remember the sign? So let me see what we could do with this. Give me a second. I'll be right back, okay? My son Ryan just pulled up. Perfect. Oh, this helps me a lot. So he can cut this out for me. Well, he can cut out my pieces that I need. So while he's doing that, I'm going to hit this with that rust proofer, the blue steel. So we'll see. Hold on. All right, guys. My son's here, and he's taking down that fender with a metal conditioning tool, and it's going to be loud. I just want to show you what he's doing. You know, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this with the blue steel, and while that's drying, take a look and see how that fender's coming out. Give me 1 second. Let me grab the stand. Oh. And then we'll just fast forward this so you don't hear that noise, because it's loud. All right, let's take a look. I hit that with the blue steel. Then we'll let that dry. And then I have all the pieces to put in. And I'll go back up in here. And I'll go in there. This one will go here. Right there. And then this one will go like this. You know, I got to clean it up a little bit, but it'll slowly get there. Hopefully it won't look too bad. All right, so let's see how we can do this. Actually, let's let this dry, and maybe we'll see. Well, let's see this. Not bad. Did a nice job on this one. It's just this here. Once that's off, we'll see what's under it. Slowly getting there. All right, guys. My son's pretty much done with the fender. He just ran out to grab some lunch. So this is what we're working on. This piece right here. Because we're going to cut that out. And we're going to put this back in its place. I still got to trim some of this up. And then I'm going to cut this line right across. So it gives us that indentation of the old of this right here. So hopefully it won't look too bad. So I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to just start cutting this up a little bit right here. See what we could do. Hopefully my son will be back with some lunch. And I'm going to take another break. It's just so hot out. I can't wait for the ice cream man to stop by. But give me a second. Let me set this up. I think I got to find the my saw, my cutoff saw. And I don't know where my son left it. Or maybe I had it. I'll find it. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So my son and I are done eating lunch. He just left. He had to go somewhere. But I got to tell you, I got this fender from Jerome, and they were going to throw it out. It's not bad. Not bad at all. It's got some dings all along in here. But if I could dolly them out through the inside and then just give it a light skim, that fender's in really nice shape. So we got the whole nose for this car, actually. We got the cowl hood. We got the grill. Header panel, lower valance. The only thing we're missing is the end of fender wells. But my parts guy's got him. He's like, let me know when you want them. I'll drop them right off. I'm like, oh, perfect. So maybe towards the end of the week, maybe by Friday, because there's still so much more to get done on this. You know, and it's just so hot out. It's just tough. But it'll get done. This car is going to get done. And hopefully it won't kill us. This is what I'm talking about, you know, what I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I found the saw, I cut it up. I'm sorry. But that's it. So now we're just going to cut around this line. We're going to set this right back into its place. This right here, we got to cut this somewhere right along here. And then just drop this in and seam it right in. And it should look pretty decent, I think. I don't think it's going to look bad. I mean, look how bad it was, and the car was still drivable, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't drivable. Like I say, maybe that's the reason why I took the car off the road. But we'll see. Let me chug along here. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach this. Well, I know how I'm going to approach it. It's just what I'm going to start on first. So let's see if we can get done, okay? I'm going to put you over there. Give me a second. So hopefully you can see a little bit better. All righty, let's get started. Well, I mean, now let's get started. So I'm going to take this out. I'm thinking, I mean, it's like right there. Maybe I'll set a couple of little set screws in there. So I got a little reference to go by. Let's see what we can get. Just to kind of hold everything in place for us. Whoop. All right, so we don't need this anymore. This is really tight. Right in here, I can't get this any tighter. Let's throw a screw in there. Just throw one right here. Whoop. Let's throw another screw right there. All right. Get rid of this. this right here, we're gonna have to weld. Let me get this out. We're gonna have to weld this underneath here. It's gonna go underneath this right here. It's gonna go in under, up over here. But it's gotta come up higher, so I gotta get my length when I put this in place. Maybe we'll cut this now. We'll put it where it's gotta go. And where's my vice grip? My bigger vice grip. I guess we use this one. Oh, here it is. So, I guess we'll do this. Gotta go a little more forward. Well, that's it. It's for another screw in. And then oh yeah. Let's get this out of here. We'll put it right here. So we got to cut this. Let's see how we're going to do this. How we're going to get a semi-straight line. Don't know what I'm doing. We're going to get it. Okay. That's the line we got to cut through. Okay, let's cut through it. Let me get my cutoff tool. Oh, I'm going to be in your way, guys. How are we going to do this? All right, guys, I'm going to be in your way for a second. Oh, no. Almost there. A little more. Hopefully that'll come off now. I mean, a little more cutting. No? Ooh, that's hot. Alright, so this has got to set into here. Let's take this off. Let's get all of this out of our way. Wow, that's not good. All right, let's get Harley. See what Harley can do. He's ready to go. You got it. Harley's still going. All right. We needed to get that out of the way. He's gonna have to go too. Okay. Hold on. All right, guys. So now all you got left to do is to take this off, cut out behind it, reset it back in, weld it down, and just start welding everything together from the inside out. And hopefully it'll look okay. I don't think it's going to look too bad, honestly. You know, is it going to be mint? No. Is it going to be nice and solid? Oh, 100%. I think so. So we'll see. Give me a second. Let me go. I don't know. I might just get that little Art Captain little welder and just zap it in there once I take it apart. I might try welding it together with that thing over there. We'll see. All right. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. I'm sorry for taking all. I'm sorry this video's so choppy, but it's just so hot out. My son and I, we just keep taking breaks, and I don't know where I left off. So let me show you where we are. Okay. So we got this in. We got to run a bead all the way around, all the way down. We got to weld this in. We got to weld that in. We got to weld that in. But first, we got to cut out from underneath here to weld this in. And you know, we got a little bit to go. But I just wanted to stop and show you where we are because it's just been so choppy, and I'm sorry. Like I say, it's just so warm out that you know, I'm just taking so many breaks. I forget where I'm leaving off and where to restart the video. I'm sorry. So this is a game plan now. All right. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna cut around it so I can reset this back in. Then we should be set to go as far as welding everything up from the inside out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little welder and see how I can see if I could weld with that thing. It's a shielded wire, and it doesn't run off of gas. So let's give it a try. We'll see how it is on this here. Okay, and fingers crossed it comes out all right. Here we go. All right, guys. Nothing better than wearing one of these things on a 90-degree day. But it's, actually, it's not too bad. We're going to take this out right here. We're going to cut this up. And I dragged out that big welder. That thing's so tiny, I can't get over it. And we'll weld this in. Because honestly, this is a little heavier gauge metal. And the gas welder that I have, I can turn that way down to where I can almost weld rust. That's how low you can turn it down. This one's got a very low setting. It doesn't go down as low as the other. So I'm going to use this one for the heavier metal in here. And you don't see it. And then I'll use the other welder for the areas that you do see. Not that it matters, because the way I weld, I'm half blind. So for me, I almost weld by braille. It's amazing. Every time I'm done, I look at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it. But let's take this off and see how far we could go, okay? I'm going to set the phone back up over there. Give me a minute. All right. Let's take this off so we can keep moving. All right. This is where we want to go with this. Let me make a mark so I don't lose this. Huh. Yeah, we can get that. Leave the line. Okay. Here we go with this thing again. I might put it on fast. I might fast forward this again. Like I said, I'm fast forwarding a lot because it's just so hot out that I'm just trying to move it along and try to get as much done as we can today. All right, so this will probably be fast forwarded too. Here we go. All right. I guess we can start welding. We picked the perfect day for welding. Let's see how this little welder works on this. I don't think it's going to be too bad, honestly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing it again. I'm always in your way. I gotta tell you, I'm not disappointed in this little welder. It's so compact, and it does the job. I mean, I don't know how long it'll last. My first welder was a Lincoln, a red one. With the shielded gas, that lasted 25 years. I think I paid $300 for it at Lowe's, and I sold it. After 25 years, I think I sold it for $300 for what I paid for it. That thing still worked like a clock. But then I went to the gas welder, and I never looked back. But you could look back at these; they're not bad. They're really not. Like I say, I'm no Louie, but you know, I can weld a little bit. I really gotta clean this place up. Well, so that first piece is in. The second piece is this one. Oh no, wait a minute. It's this one. So I'm gonna have to drill some holes so we can plug weld it. No, we're not gonna plug weld this. We're not gonna go crazy. Let me grab my little vice grip. Give me 1 second. I think this will do it. Should do it. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh no. Because I'm gonna overlap this. I'm not gonna seam it in. But I need to set this back in. There we go. Because that's got to be in the same spot. Ooh, that's hot. Don't touch that. So that's going to go there. And then the floor should butt right up to that. Yeah, well, that'll be a surprise if it does or doesn't. We'll leave that one alone. Let me, I know I'm procrastinating because I don't want to turn the heat up. So let's just get this done. All right, guys, it's the end of the day. It's just too hot to be out here welding, even with the fan going. And that's on high. It's blowing a good breeze. It's just hot. Let's go for what we got done. First, you know what I got to tell you? This little welder right here, it's not bad at all. The only thing that I find is it spatters a lot. and you can't turn it all the way down. With that welder over there, I could turn it all the way down and I could weld this without a problem. This right here, this is kind of like the weld that I had done with this welder, and this is just a mess right in here. So tomorrow what I want to do is I want to turn on my other welder, turn the gas on, and weld it to see if I notice a difference. And I think I'm definitely going to notice a difference, especially with the spatter. And it just seems like it's I don't know. It's just the gas seems so much smoother to me for some reason. And like I say, I could turn the gas down, way down to where I can almost weld rust. That's how low you could turn down the welder. Not that you could weld rust, but I'm just saying you could turn it all the way down. But this is pretty much it. I was hoping to get more done. Tomorrow I'm going to go out on my brother's boat. We're all going to have a good time. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees tomorrow. So I wanted to really get this done today. But it was just so much, all the little pieces I had to bend and cut and everything like that. But it's okay. It's going to get there. That mess is slowly being less messy, I guess. And it's going to slowly become more solid. But this is it. I mean, we got to do that floor, this floor, that right there. We got our hands full, but we're going to get this car done a little bit at a time. Today, believe it or not, this took hours to work on this. Just with the little pieces here and there. I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to take me that long. But as always, I just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on with patches. Now you can see why patches, I think, is really going to fit this car. But that's pretty much it, as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care of yourselves.